Dear Diary, today I'm reviewing the Profusion It's a Vibe collection. Alright, starting off today, we have the Profusion Stay Hydrated Mineral SPF 40 PA+++ Face Primer. That is a long-winded name. Does anybody know what the SPF PA+++ means? Like, I don't know what that means. I don't know very much about sunscreen. So if anybody knows, let me know. I actually don't know if Profusion has done a face primer before. I know they've done like eye primers, eye bases, all that. But I don't know that they've done a face primer. Certainly not one with SPF, because it has literally drug facts on the back. It's a little intense. I feel like this box isn't totally destroyed. I could put it back together if I wanted, but I'm satisfied with all the B-roll I got, so wouldn't be upset if I broke anything today. I mean, any packaging. I would be upset if I broke a product, though. Oh, interesting. Okay, the cap of this is, like, this little plastic cap here is unicorn skin, which basically means it's, like, clear iridescent, if anybody didn't know that. It says, apply generously and let dry before applying makeup. Reapply as desired. Reapply? Like as a sunscreen? Could this go over makeup? I'm not trying that today. I do enjoy a pump, but I hope this actually works. I'm going to squeeze on the tube while I do this a little bit. That sounds like something's coming out. Yeah. Why is it that color? I thought it would be white for some reason. Okay. That's fine. All right. For a collection this huge, I expected them to have a mirror, but they didn't, so I'm pulling out the Jurassic World mirror again. It doesn't smell super strongly like sunscreen. It does feel kind of gritty. I don't think I would ever do just SPF 40 if I were like going outside to a festival, because the whole vibe of this collection is festivals. But it's a nice start. Like something formulated specifically to go under makeup is nice. All right, that looks fine, but I can't really tell if anything has happened, so we gotta put makeup over it. So I'm gonna do my base and be right back. All right, jump scare warning. I don't have brows on. It looks so bad. They're so oatmeal-y. I don't know what to do about it. We're just gonna have to continue and pretend it's not horrible. I am using the same base products as the last Profusion review, if you were curious. Except on top of my brows, I used the SheGlam cream foundation from the SheGlam video. Maybe that was the issue. Maybe I didn't let the glue set long enough, but it does look bad. But that's neither here nor there. We're gonna move on. Something I want to get into like right now is these Mic Drop Scented Lip Balm and Gloss Duos, because I don't think I'm going to wear these at the end, but I do want to try them out. I guess I'll pick up the orange one. Just curiosity. Screw it, I'm destroying these. Let's get into this bowl here. It's like an EOS, I guess. Oh, it's very soft. Much softer than I was expecting. I feel like it's rubbing off a little orange color, but that might just be the foundation it's taking off my lips. Do my lips look hydrated? They look like they're covered in foundation. Let's look into this gloss here. Is it just like a clear gloss? Yeah, that's just a clear gloss. So I'm gonna skip that because it's, hold on, is it scented? Bubblegum. I think it smells like bubblegum. I don't know if that was intended, but it smells like bubblegum to me. Whatever, let's move on. I kind of moved on to sensitive skin makeup wipes, but I still like to keep these regular ones around to wipe my hands off and stuff. So I did buy all of this stuff myself. And this isn't even the whole collection. I want to talk about how much is actually in here. But while I was on the website buying them, I had bought a couple of the Profusion brushes because Emily Noel said that she liked them, and I trust her word. But when I got them, they had a date after opening stamp. I don't know if you could read that, but it says 24 months. Of course you can't read it. This camera's mirrored. But it says 24 months. Other brushes that I have don't have that. Like this is the Wet n Wild Sesame Street brush set. This does not have a date after opening. I don't know what's up with that. Do these brushes expire? Should I be concerned about that? They shouldn't, right? The whole point of makeup brushes is that you reuse them. I don't know, but I will check back in 24 months and see if they have like decayed or something, because I don't think they're natural hair. I don't think so. Whatever. Either way, I'm going to powder now, and we'll move on to other products in the collection. So the reason I haven't done brows yet is because of these pigment paints. I wanted to try doing like a painterly thing. I think I might just use these as a base, honestly. But I figured I'd try something. I think I'm going to do like a warm tone moment with the palette. So I figured I tried to do like a graphic line with this yellow. And I might dust a bit of the orange all over. So this is the shade Free Spirit. Actually, you know what? I'm going to swatch all of them. All right, I've got here Free Spirit. Huh. All right. It's not, I wouldn't say it's super opaque, but it's not bad. Then It's a Lifestyle. That one kind of got mixed in. I think I did these swatches a little too close, but that's okay. Again, not super opaque. That one might be even less, but that's okay. Good Vibes. That's the name of the next shade. Good Vibes, this purple one. That, again, not super opaque, but it looks pretty good. A lot warmer than I thought. Kind of makes sense. This whole like thing is warm toned. And that orange looks definitely bright. A little redder than I thought, honestly. It looks super red in person. On camera, it does look orange. All right, definitely not super opaque. I would probably go in and set that with a yellow shadow or something. I'm just tapping that out to blend a little bit because the edges do look a little harsh. I think that'll look cool. I don't think it's going to be symmetrical, but I think it might be cool. I think it'd be cool to do like different colors on both sides, but I don't have time for that, especially not with these brows. This one is really, really horrible. I think it was probably that I didn't let the glue set enough. I feel like I'm going to have like a double brow going on here. Yeah, that's not bad. It might be bad, but I'm not ashamed of it. I'm trying to alternate videos where I do and don't have brows. It's like the next video I have is definitely a more extravagant look, but I'm going to have brows in it. Alright, now I will start my brows. I feel like these paint things are trying to be like the about face ones. Maybe I'll try those and compare them, because I have never used those. But based on what I've heard, with them being ever so slightly sheer, I feel like they're trying to be similar. Doesn't it look like anything on camera? I feel like the effect is kind of lost. No, you can see it. That's too runny, I feel like. Is that even? I think it's gonna be fine. I think it's fine. Ooh, stress. I think it looks pretty good. Do a little bit of cleanup. Should I go back and clean up the bottom here with more yellow? I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna leave it. It doesn't look bad. Wow, at the moment I was thinking, wow, I'm doing this over powdered skin and it looks fine. Foundation starts coming up over on here. That's fine. It'll work out. Where's my powder puff? Right here. I don't think I'm going to use any of the other ones on my eyes. Maybe on the bottom, but maybe I'll do a short with them or something because it's not going to work out today. I think that means it's time for the palette. So this is the palette. It has a bunch of eyeshadows. I don't know if all of them are eyeshadows. They are not. Okay. These are pressed pigments. Yes, I'm holding it upside down. There are glitters and also blushes. The two ombre ones are blushes, which I will not be using because there's a blush palette. And I don't think I'll use any of the glitters either because I am not a fan of glitter. So, just the pigments for me. Can we talk about how huge this palette is? This is gigantic compared to the last one especially. Huge pans. It's just a lot. There's just a lot going on. And I hope the formula is good because if it's not, I will rampage. I'm going to start off by going into this Memories shade and trying to set that other yellow that I put down, the liquid yellow. So the paint dried down to pretty much this exact shade. I wonder if that was on purpose. Okay, Fallout. This palette has Fallout. And it's okay. Not all of their formulas have to be consistent. So it's okay to have fallout sometimes. Definitely pigmented though. Holy crap. I think that looks really good. Can you see that? Oh, and the reason I did the yellow is because I got a yellow mascara. Going over this brow is just a nightmare. Okay, the hairs are officially just loose. I'm officially just putting shadow over, like, basically brow hairs with brow gel in them. I will only be taking pictures from this angle. Not that this brow is good, it's just not as bad as this one. Alright, I'm taking a big Wet n Wild fluffy brush into the shade Wristband. Looks like a bit of a peachy tone. Yeah, took a little building, but it's not bad. I definitely say I have positive opinions about this palette at this given moment. I watched a couple reviews of the last palette, or the last collection, the Empowered Butterfly collection, because I did that one as well. And I only use like the pink and purple shades in that palette, but a lot of people use the blues and they complained about them. I haven't gotten around to trying that. Well, I did actually. No, I didn't. I did. I tried on the bottom. I thought it was fine. The problem I had was that the shade was not as dark as I wanted. So I had to reach into like a Morphe palette and pull out a blue from there. I want to get rid of my Morphe palette this year. I have the James Charles Morphe palette, and I hate that I still have it, but it's just so useful. Because, like, I don't care about, like, the whole canceled thing. I have the product, I don't have James Charles the person. But, like, the formula just isn't great. I get a lot of fallout with it. The issue is that the shades are pigmented, and there's a lot of them. It's just very versatile, and I want to find something to replace it. Alright, I'm going to take the crease brush from the Wet n Wild Sesame Street brush set, and I'm going to dip into Fanny Pack here. Sorry, couldn't see that. Huh. This shit isn't bad, I just think it's a darker version of the other one. I don't know if it built very much depth, but I'm creating a fake crease, so I would need it to be a bit darker than this. But I think it's fine, I'll just leave it like that. I'm definitely not going to reach for anything else today. Looks pretty good though, I think. I think if I'm going to go for it, I should just diffuse this whole temple out here. I think I'm just going to cut the crease and then plop a shimmer shade on top. Sorry, I'm not talking very much. This is just going very poorly. But that's not these products' fault. I just did a bad job. I, once again, overestimated the size of my crease. I just don't have that much eyelid space. That's why I carved out my whole brow. I shouldn't say my whole brow. I did leave a little bit. If I did this full time, I would probably shave my brows off, or at least the tails and a little bit of the bottom. Because you could just draw on natural brows. It's not that big of a deal. Alright, it's gonna be mood. I'm gonna plot mood all over the lid. Nope, that's not happening. It's a bit too much of like an inner corner highlight shade, which is what I will probably do with this today. But instead of that, I might do Lost, the shade right next to it, this red. I'll do that instead. Here we go. At least that's giving me something. You really had to pack this on. Doesn't look bad though. Again, these pans really kick up. I'm just gonna give up on this side. It just does not look good. But it's not the product's fault. These products work completely adequately. Definitely works as an inner corner highlight. That looks great. That's really pretty. I think I will make an attempt to do a liquid liner. This is the Headliners Neon Liner in Encore. Now, I've never been to a music festival, but based on this collection and what I've seen in YouTube shorts and whatever, Instagram reels, people wear some, bizarre things, but that's okay. I'm very focused on this going decently. No. I got liner on the bottom. No. This liner is very runny. And it's a little sheer. Yeah, that's fine. I can live with that. Now to do this awful other side. Why am I holding the palette for this? Not even, but that's okay. There's liner on both sides of my face. Oh, it dries down a lot. Okay. If you get like a glob of this, it will dry that way. So make sure you don't just get globs on this everywhere. Oh, super focus. All right, I just gotta fix this end here and this bit here. I'm bad at liner, but that is not an intuitive product. I am stressing out here. From afar, in the monitor, I think this eye looks better. From afar. Oh shoot. The liner on my lash line here got onto my lid because my eyes are so hooded. It's okay. I will be fine. How come things only go wrong in the Profusion videos? I love this brand. At least last time I had decent brows. Oh, that did fix it. Okay, we can move on to bottom shadow. There's still more with these eyes. There's so many more things in this collection that I want to get to. I think what I'll do is I'll take this blue shade No Sleep and blend it out with Crowd Surf, this other blue shade. Let's see if that works. Again, this is another brush from the Wet n Wild Sesame Street collection. Ooh, pigment. Pigment. What kind of mint? Stupid. I went too far up with it. I should have stopped at the liner. That's okay. It'll all work out just fine. I keep checking if the mic has died, because I'm paranoid about that now. Due to a video we'll see in the future. No joke, this collection came out, and it pushed back like 6 other videos. It's crazy. And it came out during finals week, which was really annoying because I had finals to take, oddly enough. My original goal for this was to get it up before anybody else, like my review up before anybody else's. And I don't think that's a reasonable goal any longer. My new goal is just to get this up in May. If I can do that, I will be happy. I wish there were a blue paint in this collection. I would have done like a drip. I probably will, but just not with a paint. Check out how much The K-cup is on the pan. Do you see that? Can you see that at all? No? That's okay. These shadows are very soft. I don't know anything about making makeup, but I think I mean they were pressed softly. I'm just taking No Sleep again on a little liner brush that I wet. And I'm just gonna do... Ooh! I actually don't mind that. Just take that brush and squiggle down. And one more. And another little one. I feel like it needs another one out here. Ooh! That looks good! I think that's good. It needs more water. I'm running out of steam here. They definitely look better on this side, but that's okay. That was just a fluke idea I had just now. And it worked, I think. On this side, there was just a little too much water. I think this looks better than if I had done it with paint. Definitely on this side. Again, pictures from this side. Because last time I did a review, I didn't actually end up posting the pictures that I took of me. But this time, I am. I want to do like a... Except this side, because there's no way I'm taking pictures of this. I'm actually feeling it. On camera, it looks good, I think. Lip balm. You know what? Let's try the gloss. Yeah, bubblegum. You know when you go to the dentist and they have that bubblegum fluoride stuff, and you can smell it from like 20 feet away? That's this. That's what this smells like. I like the dentist though. I want to be a dentist. Yeah, it's a clear gloss, nothing special about it. Heavily scented. And I'm okay with that. Just wanted to try it out. Oh, I know what I can do. There's these stones in the collection. I'll just put stones on these. It's like blue stones in here. I was wondering how I was going to incorporate these into the look. The adhesive doesn't want to stick to the stone. It likes the sheet of plastic better. I'll do a couple more. There we go. That one came off easy. And I will do the one right at the front. That turned around. Cool. Sweet. Do I do one more? I mean, what the heck? I have them. Why not? How many looks do you do where you have stones on your face? Cool. I think that works perfectly well. Do we actually get to move on now? We get to move on to other things. So I didn't use the blushes in the palette because they have a blush. It's a blush palette. The Profusion It's a Vibe blush palette. It's cool. It has AdMed 1 on here, like it's a ticket. The packaging is confusing though. It's like nice and hollow though. It's like completely hollow. Very intense. I like it. This feels heavy for a Profusion product. Huh. Right. Nice. Quaint. What do I do here? What shade do I pick? Do I just do like this for blush bronze kind of deal? I think that might be the one. Because like you would think my eyes gravitate toward this, but this is a little orangey or red, and I hate orange blush, so I think I might just do this. Just tapping into this. I don't even know what you would call that. I never wear blushes that aren't red. That's not true. I kind of wear like lighter, pinkier tones that like kind of match my skin. This is like a brownie blush. If I do this, I don't have to reach for another product to do bronzer, because this is pretty bronzy. I don't want to like cover up the yellow over here, but I definitely do want to put it there. That looks good. Wait a minute. A nice pigmented blush. After last video, and that whole fiasco with those blushes, which I did not care for, I'm satisfied with this. And the blushes in the palette look pretty good too. Wow. I'll do a little framing my face. Holy crap. I like the way this looks. If you look at me from like here down, and like basically just ignore the brows, honestly. Everything else looks pretty good. Except the liner. The liner could be better. But we will talk about that. I feel like I didn't talk throughout the whole eyeshadow process because of how horrible it looked. But now that we're getting into products that work and look good, I'm happy. It's so weird. I can see the stones over here. As in, I can see them on my face, just looking in my peripherals. Wow! Yes! Finally something not just good, but great. Oh, I can do mascara now. It's like very little left in the collection. I feel like I spent so long doing my eyes. Ooh, nice chunky tube. Profusion Strobe Lights Colored Mascara in Rave. This is the yellow shade. I've never used colored mascara. You know, I am not a big user of mascara in general, so colored mascara is definitely something I've never dipped into. And there were a bunch of things in this collection that I did not get. I didn't get any of the face stamps. I didn't get like the 3-pack set cosmetic bag thing. And I didn't get like the other colors of the mascaras or the liners, because there were a bunch of other colors that this mascara is so goopy. The biggest thing I wanted to talk about with this collection is I feel like there's a bit of redundancy happening. Like, there's yellow mascara and also yellow paint. Why? Can't you just use the paint on your eyelashes? I mean, they're not called eye paints. They're called pigment paints. But nowhere on them does it say not safe for use around the eye area, is there? No. It says discontinue if signs of rash or irritation appear. It doesn't say you can't use it on your eyes. Look at the strings that this is making. That's insane. I've never seen a mascara do that. This wand is fine. I feel like I can only see the color on the very tips, because this mascara definitely like pinches your lashes together and creates a spike of color. There were also lashes in this collection. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but I wasn't about to do lashes again, especially because there's a colored mascara and I wanted to focus more on that. But if you look at this lash set, because it's a 4-pack again, and compare it to the lash set from the Profusion Empowered Butterfly collection, the bottom two are exactly the same, which is fine. You know, you work with your manufacturers, you get a product, and they now have the formulation or whatever for that product, and you can use it again. You can use it however you please. But I feel like you could space it out a little bit. Cool. I can see the yellow from the mascara in my line of sight now, too. So there's like 3 more things in the collection. This is the Profusion It's a Vibe Highlighter Duo. Again, it says Admit 1. I guess that's what they did with the cheap products. Now, this is interesting because this formula is the same as the highlighters from the Rituals collection. I don't remember if it was last year or 2 years ago, but it was a Halloween collection, I'm pretty sure. The shade Aura was one that they have already put out, and people were begging for a restock, so they just made it into this product and gave it a sister called Mood. I'm definitely going to use Aura today because I am not this color. Although, would this work? Ooh, it's like a cream. It's sheer, it's just gold glitter. Maybe I will do this one, because this one is iridescent. It's an iridescent purple. Can you see that at all? I don't think you can. I'm going to do Mood. I'm going to try it. This, I don't know, champagne, I guess, but it's really just glitter. Ooh, that's cool. That's actually cool. Holy crap. It's kind of purpley. Like purpley gold. I need a brush for this, though. I get it's a cream, but this could seriously use a brush for application. I don't know how I feel about just going straight over the tears here. I just lost a stone. Oh well. It was fun while it lasted. Again, only pictures from this side. Okay, so this is not really a highlighter per se. At least not in the way I like to use it. I like, you know, metallic sheen. I wouldn't say this is bad, though. I think it worked well. Do I do a little bit above my brow? No, this is fine. I'm going to find that stone later and, I don't know, curse it or something. I thought this came out at a weird time, though, because aesthetically, especially if you look on the collection releases on their Instagram, it took pretty heavy inspiration from Coachella, I think, aesthetically. But they put it out after Coachella ended. I get it, festival season isn't just about Coachella, but if you're going to make a product inspired by Coachella, wouldn't you want people to buy it to go to Coachella with? Just a thought. All right, this gloss is sitting nice on my lips, but it's time to take it off because there's one more lip thing that I want to try on. This is the Profusion Stay Hydrated Nourishing Lip Oil. I know lip oils are very trendy. I use lip oil. A lot of people use lip oil. And if you're wondering, how is it different than a gloss? Most of the time, they're very similar. I feel like oils are just thinner, I guess. Oh yeah, it's that like doe foot that's angled with a hole in it, I think. Scratch that, no hole, it's just angled. Is this what the Dior lip oil wand is? Okay. That's the one that everyone raved over. Strawberry? This smells like strawberry syrup. This is the shade Vibing. Excuse me, Vibin. Another thing that's different about lip glosses and lip oils, I feel like glosses, you can have like a range of coverage from completely clear or sheer to full coverage gloss. But with lip oils, they are always sheer, clear or sheer, but generally sheer. They generally have some color to them. You're never going to see an opaque lip oil. At least you shouldn't. I think there's only one thing left to do, and that's setting spray, which this collection has. Profusion Stay Hydrated SPF 40 PA+++ setting spray. I think it's nice that they did a primer with SPF and setting spray with SPF. So, you know, start and end, your face has SPF on it. I have used a couple Profusion mists. Was it a couple or was it just the one? I don't know. Again, nothing with SPF. It's got a ball in it. It has the same unicorn skin cap. And let's see how this goes. Ooh, definitely not too fine. This smells like sunscreen, but not in a bad way. It's actually doesn't smell bad. Oh, that was a lot. I feel like I'm crying, but every time I look at myself, I am crying. Ooh, wait a minute. This is melting my makeup. I'm gonna let that dry for a bit before doing anything drastic, but I think that might have been a bad choice. I did go a little ham, but setting spray normally doesn't affect me like that. All right, starting off with this primer. I think it's a fine primer that has SPF in it, which is nice. SPF that's formulated for makeup is always nice to wear under makeup. SPF is something that everybody should wear every day. I would actually recommend picking this up, just to try. You know, Profusion is not an expensive brand, and I think that's a good thing. That's why I love them so much, because they gave me access to a lot of makeup. Where they gave me means it was affordable and I purchased it all myself, which could change. Profusion, I'm available. Gloss and balm. Yeah, it's fine. This kind of felt like kids' makeup. It definitely did something. I wouldn't say that this is something that you would ever see in a professional kit. Some of these I could see, actually, but not these. I certainly don't think they're bad, though. Next, these paints. I'd be interested to try these again. I wasn't in love with them. I think they did make a good base. I think this orange would definitely stain if you left it on for a decent amount of time, but I don't think it's bad. I would have to try these again to say whether or not I recommend them. But it's interesting, and I think it's something new for Profusion, which is good. The palette, polarizing. I didn't try either of the blushes or either of the glitters, but I feel like that is probably the main selling point of this. I wasn't ecstatic with the formula of the shadows. I don't think they were bad, but a lot of fallout with every single one that I tried, including the shimmers. You could see that I made physical dents in them, and I wasn't even pressing that hard. So bad, I would say no. Great, I would also say no. Liner. This is a no from me. I'm not very good at liner. I don't think this is a product that I would use again. I think it's a little too sheer, and I think it's a little gloopy. That's a technical term now. These gems are really cute. I'm glad I have these. And they glow in the dark. Should I try that? I have my light on. Can you see that at all? Are they glowing for you? Maybe they have to be charged with like a UV light. That's okay. Ooh. By the way, do you like that in the background? I thought I should make this space a little more creative than just having doors in the background. The mascara, it's not an impressive formula, but it's interesting. And I think that's good. There is definitely color on my lashes. I probably would recommend. It's not every day that you see drugstore colored mascara. I don't know that I can think of any other brand that does this. Certainly not something that does it in this fun of packaging. I feel like L'Oreal's probably done it, but it's like elegant green mascara. Whatever. I love L'Oreal, but no. This blush palette! Yes! Finally! Something I could rave about. I hate orange blush, but this was nice. The formula. If you like orange blush, this formula is incredible. If you're like me and would only ever use this one and maybe try this one, I don't know that it's necessarily worth having around. However, I might depot this. These highlighters, fine. I don't know that I would reach for them. I like something with a little more of like a base. These have no base, it's just glitter. And if that's for you, fine. I think it works well in a festival collection. This lip oil is nice. I'm not in love with the scent, but I love a lip oil. I'm gonna run through this, and that's that. And finally, the setting spray. I like having SPF, and it's a spray SPF for your face, which I don't have anything else of. I'm secure enough to say that this is a good product. And it's not like they can lie about the SPF in here. Surely the FDA regulates that. That's their job. I think that's the whole collection, and I'm really happy I did this. But I want to talk about the collection as a whole And I mentioned this before, but redundancy. The like 3-piece set in this collection, I was like, I don't need that. I'll never use that. And it's like a cosmetic bag that's not going to fit the whole collection in it. No. And like having a yellow face paint and a yellow mascara and facial stamps. Why? Why do you have all of them? Just use the paints on your face and on your lashes. It doesn't say you can't do that, so why wouldn't you? And like lashes that you put out last collection, like 2 months ago, why would you reuse them? You just put them out. It's not a bad collection, I just think it could have been edited. Of all of the things that I think are necessary, palette. I think palette is necessary. But since there are blushes in here, this blush is not necessary. These glosses and balms, I think, are a perfect representation of what this collection is. I think this should have been the lip product if you're going to do lip product, especially because all of the other ones in the collection are also sheer. Because there's a lip oil, lip gloss in the 3-piece collection, and there's also 2 other oils as standalone products. I think if you're going to do lip products that are all sheer, do one. And I think this should have been it. And I think it should have been nicer. The other thing, these paints. I think these were a great idea, and I'm glad they did them. The primer and setting spray, of course. Stones, great. And then finally the highlighters. That's all. It's still a big collection, but it's edited down. Anyways, if you made it all the way through this, thank you. And just, it makes me happy that other people are enjoying this. So with that being said, thank you for reading my diary, and I'll see you around.